Someone goes back to work after years of raising kids and standing in the doorway of the office feeling like a total beginner. Someone gets divorced at 45 and suddenly has to build a life on their own again. Grocery for one, sleeping in an empty bed. Someone gets sick, gets better, and has to relearn how their body works, what it can do, what it cannot. Someone moves to a new city where nobody knows their name, their job title, or any of it. Different situations, but the same sentence running underneath all of them. I'm starting from zero. I don't think that sentence is true. Not for any of them, and I don't think it's true for you either. Starting over sounds like erasing yourself, doesn't it? Like everything you build gets wiped clean, and suddenly you're standing there with empty hands again, no different from someone living life for the very first time. Maybe you're the one going back to something after years away, or you're in a new city, a new relationship with yourself, or a new job that has nothing to do with the last one. And it feels humbling in a way you didn't expect. Like it should be easier the second time you rebuild something. Like you should know more by now. But it doesn't feel easier, does it? It feels shaky, uncertain, like you're guessing your every step. And in that shakiness, it's so easy to forget something important. You're not new at life. You're only new at this particular thing. Not long ago, I left a 15-year career to build something completely different. So, most days recently, I'm doing things I've never technically done before. And just a few months into this new chapter, I was talking to someone who was really struggling. And without thinking much about it, I said the right things at exactly the moment they needed it. Afterward, I remember pausing, almost confused. And I asked myself, where did that come from? And then it hit me. That wasn't new. I'd been doing that for years, just in a different setting, a different room. I hadn't lost any of it. I just stopped noticing I brought it with me. I think this is what happens to almost all of us when we begin again. We measure our beginner status in this new thing against our expert status in the old thing. So, of course, we feel behind. We're comparing day 1 to year 15, but we almost never give ourselves credit for what we're carrying into this new chapter. The patience you build raising a child through hard years, the steadiness you learn getting through a diagnosis, a divorce, a job that tested you every single day, or the way you learn how to keep your composure when things fell apart around you. Those things don't disappear just because your circumstances change. Life may change your situation, but it doesn't erase your wisdom or your experiences. So you're not building this next chapter with empty hands. You're building it with everything the last one taught you, especially the parts that felt like failure, because that's usually where real experience gets built. Starting over isn't starting from scratch. It's starting somewhere new as someone who already knows things they didn't know before. I want to actually do something with you here, not just tell you about it. So if you're comfortable and if it's safe to do so, please close your eyes or soften your gaze. Now bring to mind one specific hard thing you already got through. Not the biggest thing you've ever survived, just one clear moment. Maybe it's the first hard week at a job you eventually got good at. Or maybe it's the conversation you were dreading that you somehow got through it. Pick one moment and see it clearly. Picture where you were. Then let the story fade into the background and just feel what's left in your body. Start at your chest. Is there warmth there? Or does it feel tight or open? Notice your stomach. Does it feel steady or fluttery? Whatever you're feeling, don't judge it. Just notice it's there and that is connected to the moment you got through. That feeling isn't there to prove you're strong. It's there to remind you. Your body remembers getting through difficult things even when your mind forgets. Then gently say to yourself, I've been through hard things before. I don't know exactly what's ahead, but I know I'm capable of meeting it. Take one more breath before you open your eyes. We like to think confidence comes from remembering everything we have achieved. But sometimes it comes from remembering everything we've already survived. There's a line from a letter a poet Roker wrote to a young man who was struggling with doubt. He told him not to search for answers yet, because some answers can only be understood by living them. Instead, he told him to try loving the questions instead. I think starting over is a little like that. You don't need every answer today, because let's face it, it is not possible. You only need to trust that you're someone who has found your way before, and you will find it again this time. So if you're standing at the beginning of something new right now, a job, a relationship with yourself, a body, a city, a version of your life that nobody else recognizes yet, I hope you stop calling it starting from scratch. Because you're not new, you're just newly here. And everything you survived to get here is already walking into the next chapter with you. If this resonated, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new here, this is the kind of conversation we have here every week, so I would love to have you stick around. As always, take care of your heart, be present, be kind, and I will see you in the next video.